to my channel. If you're new, welcome. This is my very special and close friend, Siete. Please introduce yourself.
Yes, hi, I'm Siete. I am currently 26 years old and I live in Seoul, South Korea. I work here as an English teacher and I'm also a part time content creator as well.
Yay. Please, I'll probably add her Instagram and her
Down here.
socials, yes, down here. So please add her. She posts amazing, wonderful content.
Thank you.
So, what are we going to talk about today? Something juicy.
Spicy topic. Everyone loves this
Everyone
topic.
loves this topic, dating in Korea.
Oh, pew, pew,
Oh,
pew, pew, pew.
pew, pew, pew. So we're gonna do a little Q&A style, so we get multiple perspectives. So yeah, let's jump right into it. How has your experience dating in Korea been?
Oh,
No, you're my guest. You start.
so my experience dating in Korea, it's kind of been ups and downs. It's been, enjoyable moments, but also moments where you're like, okay, like I just want to call it quits and stop. So a bit of a roller coaster. But I have had a great time going on dates in Korea, but I haven't had the chance to meet someone who I wanted to get into a serious relationship with. I've enjoyed the time I've spent just getting to know people, but I'm still kind of looking to find a person that perfectly, maybe not perfectly, but complements me in a very good way. Like they're a good fit for me because there's a lot of things to consider, like language barrier, multiple interests, same interests, similar interests. There's a lot of things to consider. So just because you're dating in Korea doesn't mean everything goes out the window. Like you still have to consider compatibility and if you complement each other. So all in all, my experience has been, if I could rate it 1 out of 10, it's low key like a 6, maybe like
Ooh.
5, 6. Kind of low. I haven't really, I don't think I've had the most amazing time, but there have been enjoyable elements and moments for sure.
Oh, excellent. I like that answer.
Thanks. It's honest.
That's honest. Yeah. I'd say my experience has been good and bad. So when I first arrived here, I was more active in my dating life in Korea. I went on plenty of dates. I met amazing people and not so amazing people. But unfortunately, the not so amazing people kind of not messed up my image of dating here, but it took some time to heal from that and have build the confidence to, go back out there. But when a Korean guy really does like you, you will know it and he will show it. So when I did have one good relationship out here, it was fantastic. He took a very good care of me. He was very kind, but it depends on the person. So I'd say out of 10, probably 6, 7. Sorry, we work with kids, so yeah, probably 6 or 7. What is your favorite date memory in Korea?
Actually, I do have one. So there was a time that I was literally just walking out and about in public, and I ended up talking to this guy. He was super cute, and he was a firefighter. And for our first date, if I remember correctly, we went to Latte Tower or Latte Mall. We went to Latte Mall. We had a really nice dinner, and then we went to the park nearby, and we had a perfect view of the Latte Tower, and we just sat and talked, and it was so cozy. It was so warm. It was like really the best date I've been here because he was a perfect gentleman. We walked around the lake. I think we didn't work because I think there was just kind of like wasn't really meant to be, but we ended on, I think, fairly good terms. And I was still deciding if I wanted to stay longer in Korea, but it was such an amazing day. Like, the dinner was so romantic. We stopped by a photo booth. This was actually, if I remember correctly, this was our second date, but this one was my favorite. The first date, we had a nice dinner. We went to a photo booth and we got ice cream and we just walked and we partied. Second date was when we went to Latte Mall, had this amazing dinner, so delicious. We were both shy, but it was really cute. Then we walked around the lake. Then we sat outside of the tower. It was just romantic, like a 10 out of 10, perfectly romantic experience. So even though things didn't work, that date left a mark on me. So I'm like, that's what I need. I need to be like treated like a nice, cute little princess. He held my purse on his arm, and I was walking like, streets might say I need to go ahead and spin the block on him, but no. He was cute, but I just don't think we were gonna last. But it was great. It was a good like date. How about you? What was your favorite date?
Okay, so my favorite date was with a guy I was dating back in 2023 ish. And it was very sweet and cute because at the time, my living situation and work situation weren't ideal. And he knew what was going on. So we met at a train station or subway station and he got me flowers. And he was like, I know you're going through a really rough time right now. So he got me a single rose, and I was like, "Thank you so much." And then he was like, "I got us movie tickets," and he knows I love going to the movies. So we went and watched Mad Max when it came out, and we held hands the whole time. It was very cute, very gentle, very sweet. And after that, we went to grab chicken and beer.
Delicious.
Yeah, which I love. And it was just nice. We just really were into each other at that time. We were just like, I really like you. I really like you. It was very sappy and very cute. And then after dinner, we went and took photo booth pictures as well. And then I just remember feeling so good after that day. He walked me back to the subway station, and I kept looking back, and he was still there waving. It was
That's
very,
my favorite.
very
Absolutely.
cute. We don't want to leave. And then I remember calling my mom and being like, I really like this guy.
That's how it all begins.
That's always how it begins, right? But I was really fond of that date and that guy. Yeah, he was great.
So I like the cute moments.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Even
yeah.
if it doesn't go somewhere or
You're right.
where it should go,
Where it should
the
go.
cute moments are really nice.
Okay, next question. What do you wish you knew before dating in Korea?
This one is really loaded. I don't think it's much of a like um I think the reality of dating Korea as is just the reality. I don't really think that there's much I would change. Like Esther said earlier, like when a Korean man likes you here, I think it's very clear for you to tell. I just wish I knew that my experience wouldn't be completely identical to someone else's experience. I wish I just had remembered that and drilled that into my head so I wouldn't feel bad or be like subconsciously comparing my journey to someone else's. I wish I had remembered that, but it's okay because it's better now than never. Like, so in this time, I'm remembering that your journey is written regardless of where you're at. You know, your story is unfolding, and so it's not wise to just come here and jump into your relationship with a man because you want to fulfill a K-drama dream or you want to feel like you're doing Korea right. It's better to take your time because you want to find a person that's suitable for you to spend your time with who won't add to the stress. Korea can already be stressful. So you really want to meet a man especially who will not add to that and kind of make it like a compounded stress. You know, you want to meet someone, a man or a woman that makes you feel at ease. So I think that one thing I wish I remembered is the thing that I'll share with viewers now is to just remember that your journey does not have to look like the influencer you see online or the K drama that you watched or anyone else. You need to remember that your journey is your own and take your time getting to know people before you're in a situation that is directly endangering your well being. Your well being comes first before any of that.
Excellent answer. You ate that up. Mine was quite similar to yours, but to add on, I think I wish that I wasn't so hung up on like my race, my height, my weight, because truthfully, I was when I first moved here and I started dating. You know, I looked up a lot of things on social media and like they were always, posts and remarks about, oh, you're black first, you're a black woman, they're not going to date you, they want fairer skin, they want a certain body type, they want this. So I honestly, the first couple of dates, I came into that with that mindset, unfortunately. So if I did have to change something, I wish it was that. I wish I just came in free as I am. This is who I am. And if you know me, you know that I'm pretty confident with my height. Yes, I did have to work on it in my formative years, but I wish I just didn't bring that into dating in Korea specifically, because I didn't have an issue with that in Canada. But yeah, now I'm getting out of it and I'm just like, men are men wherever they are in the world. Some men like tall women, some men like short women, curvy women, thinner women. So it's exactly the same here. Yeah, so that's what I wish I changed. Thank you.
Very intelligent. Wise words from
Wise,
Essie.
thank you. Wise words from
Wow.
Siete.
That was a really great answer.
Oh, thank you.
I agree. Can I add to that?
Yes, of course.
I agree too. I want to add to that because as black women, we're already told so much prior to coming here. Like the world is essentially going to be against us when we come here. Like the men are not going to like you, the women are not going to like you, you're not going to make friends, everybody's going to be racist. And I really do strongly beg to differ. There are going to be hiccups and there may be times where you experience that, but you also might occasionally experience someone's curiosity, right? Now, when it comes to dating, you just want to make sure that curiosity is not fueling them to date you just to fulfill a curiosity, but like, I'm open, I'm curious, and I want to take my time to get to know you. But I feel like as black women, we have to remember that wherever we show up, we are majestic. Don't ever let anyone tell you otherwise. There's times here where you might be trying to get to know a person, or and it might hit your worth or your self-value or your make you self-doubt a little bit. And if you hit that moment, just get right back up, because that's the reality of our lives as black women in the world. There are so many people looking for the chance to hit us there because they know the beauty we have and they know that we're excellent. And even if we have those moments where we kind of like, am I good enough, or you just get back up, because nobody takes that from you. You're lovable right where you are. So when you come into Korea, don't get it into your mind that they only want fair skinned, or blue eyed, because they love us
They
down.
love
I'll
us
tell you that
down.
much. I'll tell you that
We got,
much.
let me not even get
Let's not
started.
even get started. I'm going to just tell you this. They love us
They love
down.
us down.
They love us.
Just trust us.
Just
Okay?
trust us, okay? You just gotta take our word.
Excellent. Okay, so on to the next question. Do you think the rumors are true? The men, the stereotypes, the Hongdae boys, or Juicy?
Maybe I'll let you answer that first.
Okay. Yes and no. I'm sure you guys have seen the Sean Solo
Yeah.
bits. Are you open minded? Hello. Or what does he say?
What's your number, my
iPhone
16
16
Pro
Pro Max.
Max.
There is a bit of that. And that's mostly due to like the surge in interest in K dramas,
Yeah.
K pop, BTS. So you will find some Hongdae boys play into that. And I mean, unfortunately, it is what it is. If your ethnicity and like your nationality is played up or put on such a pedestal,
They'll try
so
to take
yeah, they'll
advantage.
take advantage. So I'm not saying it's right, but that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
So I'd say yes and no. Not all Korean men fall into that stereotype. Um, Unfortunately for foreigners, when you first come here, the only way you can really get into contact with a Korean man is through dating apps. When you've lived here for longer, I'd say 2+ or 3+ years, maybe you could meet them through hobbies or just being outside. But I feel like,
Or through mutuals.
yeah, through mutuals, but I feel like, I don't know if you feel this way, but as a foreigner, we only get like
So
a
much.
40% glimpse into like, you know,
Dating in
dating
Korea.
in Korea. Yeah.
Because a lot of men maybe don't even
Yeah, date foreigners, or like maybe they're interested, but they just don't have the avenues, courage,
Or the
all the
words,
words. Yeah,
literally.
yeah, literally don't have the words. So yeah, yes and no. Yeah. What do you think?
I think that yes, same answer. Yes and no. I can say I haven't met a lot of the Hongdae guys, and maybe once or twice, but it's never been to that point where it was like I've never gotten that far. Mostly because also I'm like, I'm not interested. Like, don't even come talk to me.
Okay.
Honestly, I'm not even a big Hongdae girl, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I have met like maybe one or two guys who are like hoping that I'm like gonna be like a super fetishizer. Because it's like, please, me, BTS, JK, and it's
JK.
like
Why specifically JK? With
JK
Hongdae, I don't
or
know.
or just BTS in general. They're like
BTS in
BTS, and
general.
it's
Yeah.
like BT no, maybe BTT.
Yeah. Right.
Cause you not BTS, brother. You BTR,
Right.
BRB.
BRB.
No, but I just feel like you just have to be careful though, because I feel like it's more subtle now though. So they could be on that and they won't be like, put your number in my iPhone. You know, they'll just be
Right.
like, come to my place. Are you solo? Are you free? Come over. Let's have drinks. And then get you. And I mean, I personally, I
Does it
haven't
work?
experienced that though, because I ain't coming to your place for one. You
Right.
taking me on a date.
Right.
And you ain't taking me on a date, ain't got nothing to talk about.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
girlies,
saying?
please don't fall for that.
Girlies, don't go to their house unless you just want to go to their house, but don't go. Just know that if you're going to their house on the first date, you should know that you're
Yeah.
going to their house on the first date. So if you're on the same page,
Yeah. If you're on the same page,
that's different.
that's
But
different.
like, he's not trying to propose to you. I've heard a story like someone shared a foreigner story time about how like the guy, this foreigner, she was dating a guy and he just wanted to hole up in her house all the time and never wanted to take her out, and just dogged her out, wanted to sleep with her, that's it. And then told her that he couldn't see a long lasting relationship, but if she ever wanted to sleep together, just to call him. Mind you, like this was her boyfriend for like 3 months or
Oh
something,
goodness.
and he just dumped her. If I remember correctly, he just dumped her or something, and she was in love with him. That's the thing. Like,
Don't do
don't get to that point. Like, make him pay. Like, give it time. Don't just fall. I just feel like you got to be careful here. As a foreigner, you have to be careful. Don't just jump like head first. Just give it time, because they can be love bombers. The guy, the firefighter, told me he loved me on like the second day.
that. That has happened to me
Yeah.
too.
You
The I
know,
love yous here are so unserious.
he's like, I love you. And I was like, you just met me. He's like, I love you. And I'm like, okay, thank you. Good for you. You should. But I was like, not the love bombing. So just some of them, yes, but I feel like they're more subtle now. Like they just hook you in instead of being like, put your number in my phone. They're like, solo, let's be in love. I don't care how cute he is, girl. I'm telling you, it is not worth it. I don't care how many tattoos, piercings, how fine. I'm telling you right now, it is not worth the stress. I'm telling you.
And please, if you're a teacher, don't let that man live in
Live in
your teacher accommodation, your teacher house. That is more common than you think. So please don't. Hajima.
Don't do it, Hajima.
Hey.
Don't go, Gachi.
Hey.
Tell him no. Because he has more of a means to go get his own place than you do.
Yes, he's in his home country. Why
He
is he
should
living
be
with
able,
you?
he should be telling you to come stay the night and come build you a closet or set up your own little vanity so when you come over you can fix your makeup. Like he should be telling you that. You should not be having him in your student, I mean your housing from your
Yeah.
teaching or your student
Or your
housing.
student housing.
That is red flag to me. Bum behavior. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry. He'd be better
Yeah.
off just staying with his parents. I would rather him stay with mom and dad than ask me to come stay at my house. Stay at your house? No. No judgment, but judgment. I'm judging you, girl.
Girl,
I'm
it's
not judging you, but
so common.
I'm judging
So
him.
common.
Just you don't do it. Tell him to get out right now. Get out.
Get out. Cheesecake break. Basketball.
I love Korea.
Next question. What are some pros about dating in Korea?
have to be the first one. Pros about dating in Korea is when it's a really like outside of relationships, because I haven't had a relationship in Korea, but like going on dates and getting to know guys. I think like I really do like how they always want to talk to you, because I'm a little clingy in that nature too with the guy I like. If I don't, I'm like, why do you want to talk to me? I don't want to talk to you like that. But if I really like him, I'm also like, so what are you doing now? Yay! So what are you having for dinner? Yum! Oh my gosh, what are you having for breakfast? Like I like that. Um, I think I like how they're very like romantic and they go out of their way, but I feel like you have to remember to carry yourself with that regard, because I think they already approach foreigners like, oh, they're laid back. They don't care about the whole nines when we do. We care about it and then some. So don't think you're gonna skip out on carrying my purse. Put the
Right.
purse on your shoulder.
Now.
Walk. Yes, walk with it. Like, so I think the romance, like they can be very romantic. I think their Korean language is already very poetic and very expressive. So how they speak, like I want you to take care, or I want you to be cheerful and happy. Like the way they communicate, I love that. But I think right now, like I'm still learning the pros.
Oh, that's okay. That was a beautiful answer.
So just those few. The cons, I think as a foreigner, I just feel like the cons are so, there could be a lot,
It could
because
be a
they just, I think sometimes people think foreigners like just here, they like sometimes by default take you a little less
yeah.
serious, and you have to remind them, and then they're like, oh, oh, okay, like, excuse me, what was I thinking? So I think that's where I stand.
No, that's great. That's perfect. Pros. On the logistical side, I think Korea has a strong dating culture. So I think the pros of dating here are just like it's just set up for couples. Like a lot of spaces are set up for couples, a lot of activities are set up for couples. So it feels like you can never run out of things to do, which I like. They're very encouraging of that. I mean, that could just
Couple
be like
culture.
couple culture. That just could be because of the declining birth rate. So they try to push that. But it never feels like icky or like they go out of their way to make things
Very
fun, coupley, romantic. Couple matching is very much a thing. I saw that today.
They
They had
always
matching
do.
blazers.
That's really
Very
cute. I
cute.
love that.
Yeah.
I love that that's normalized.
Yeah, so it's very normalized to be dating, going on dates, being in a relationship. It's kind of not normalized to be single.
It's a little
It's a little harder, but yeah, I'd say just the fun of it, the culture of it is a pro. The cons, yeah, she touched on that. Just being a foreigner by default, they kind of take you less
a
seriously.
little bit.
And when you do put them into place, then it's like, oh, immediately blocked, or like, oh, I'm not talking to you anymore.
Yeah,
Or like,
they do
yeah,
that.
so
It's like they're offended that you have
that you have
standards.
standards, like the Korean, because the Korean girl standards, woo,
They don't play.
they do not play.
They don't play.
So they run to foreign women thinking like, phew, like
She's gonna play.
she's gonna play, she'll let me relax, do whatever I
Some
want.
do,
And some do,
and you won't
unfortunately.
be that one. Some do, but not you. So
Yeah.
the girlies watching, they might some. You are not gonna be the one that plays. He is not staying in your teaching apartment.
Please,
No.
please,
The
cannot.
answer is no. He will carry your purse. Tell him to put it on his shoulder, and he
Yes.
will be happy.
Yes.
Okay, you don't play.
Yes.
He will follow your boundaries and respect them. If you don't want to go the whole way with him, you don't have to. You tell him, I am not comfortable with that. I'm not going the what is it going all the way with you right now, and he will be happy with that, and he will respect your boundaries. You don't owe any man just anything because I feel like sometimes women who have that mindset still, where they're still like the glamour and the like the hysteria around dating a Korean man right now is at an all-time high for them, right? So they come here and they let so much slide because they are happy that they got their man. No matter where you're at, I don't care if you're in America or Italy or Korea or Japan, you as a woman, you have so much value. You need to remember that. Okay? You are never going to let your boundaries be violated because you are desperate to just have the man. because that is how so many issues and so much trouble comes about. I'm telling you right now. So,
I agree. I agree fully. Like, don't forget who you are. Don't lower your standards. It's never worth it. And if you don't know what proper Korean dating standards are, let me give you a quick rundown. What the Korean girlies have told me, okay?
let's listen.
So, firstly, when you're going on the first 3 dates, there's no hand holding, there's no kissing, absolutely none of that. There's only texting, getting to know each other, that's it, going on cute dates. Once there's a confession, what is the Korean word again? A gubek? Gubek. Once there's a confession, a literal verbal confession that they are a couple, then they can start skinship. So that's just to let you know like how serious they take. There's no kissing before they're official, there's no hand holding, none of that. So that's why I say they think foreign girls are like open and we can on the first date kiss, come to my house. No, they do not do that with the Korean girlies. So that's for you, you know. That's some information for you just in case. Yeah.
And the girlies are strictly about communication.
Yeah. Yeah.
The girlies, from what I've learned, they do not play about communication. So if he goes all day without texting you,
He doesn't like you.
the girlies do not play that. They like a play-by-play. What are you doing for breakfast? Okay, now how is work? Where are you going after work? With who? And I'm not saying you have to be super, but I'm saying like they know. Now, if that's not your style and you guys communicate your relationship style, your dating style, that's fine. That's different. You know what I mean? But like, just don't take whatever just because you also are deserving of intentionality.
Oh, excellent. This is so tea.
I know, right? Was that the last one?
That's the last one.
Okay. I think that was
Oh,
pretty
yeah, that's
good.
okay. That was excellent. Thank you so much for your insight.
Thank you for
Thank you for
joining.
being on my channel.
It's a pleasure. Thank you for having me, Esther's viewers. Thank you.
Yeah,
And I
leave a
hope this helped
comment.
you.
Oh, yeah, I hope this helped you. Please leave a comment, any dating experiences
Down below.
down below, and we'll see you soon, hopefully in another video.
Bye.
Bye.